So in front of us is the NRG All Data Monthly. Now yesterday or the previous video was talking about uniform activity, and here we have another example of uniform activity above 69.1 and then back below it. So that also corresponds, once you move back below it with uniform action, that's a major high. And that is correct because we can see the stock moves from the 30s all the way to the lows here under $10. Now let's take a look at the exact opposite, which is what happens when instruments are rejected or when they find support on RSI 50. So this is RSI 50 level here. Let's take a look at what happens when we get rejected with uniform activity. Rejection here with uniform activity for the major highs there in, let's call it middle 09. And then we have another instant of uniform activity here. You try to move above the 50 level and were rejected for these highs before the drop. Now we have what looks like another uniform activity rejection. In fact, let me take away that line there. You can see that we closed above 50 at the end of January, and so far in February we seem to be coiling back below RSI 50. If this is confirmed as uniform activity rejection, then we know that the next major trend is gonna be lower. There's also another line, and this line is a backtest line connecting this low and this low. Extend that line. Pretty much what's going on here is we broke below the line here, coming off the highs somewhere here in the lower 20s. We are coming back to backtest that line. If we are unable to hold above that line and we coil back, in other words, if the RSI rejects this movement above the blue line, that's another confirmation that the next major direction is going to be down. There's yet another way of looking at this, which is a third resistance consideration, and it goes back to the highs. So what we do, we take the highs here. Now this RSI high here corresponds to the monthly closing high there. So it's where we draw the line starting from that point. And what we are trying to do is we come and capture this break point here, which began this slide in the higher 20s. So we extend that line, and you can see that as of right now, based on where it closed for the month of January, today being February the 7th, it seems to be showing resistance there. So again, we see potential for resistance based on the three lines, actually the two lines. Let me draw back the other line, which is the backtest line here. And also we see that it could be rejected as it tries to move above RSI 50. So given those three things, chances are, as long as the stock is showing all those three aspects of rejection, that we are looking at the possibility that this instrument, like many others, is poised to go lower. Eric Muathe with Muathe.com. As always, good luck, peace, and blessings. E-A-C-S. Mwah. Woo!
Yeah, ba. Yeah, ba.